transaction. Please do not forget transactions. We always start here. If you forgot, no problem, guys. Now you're going to remember, okay? So as I said, we start from transactions. Where do we normally go after the transactions?
Source documents.
Yes, I wish they can say we must repeat 131. We still enjoy that. Source documents. Thank you very much for that. And then where do we go from here? We call them the journals, but sometimes yes. Now, let me talk about this up to so far. I think even our exam was based on this. I think you found some of these things, and I think you enjoyed this.
No, we didn't.
Now, don't worry, I did enjoy on your behalf, but don't worry. But at the end of the day, this is important. Yes, just for interest's sake, from now on, where do we go? General? Okay, let me just put it. It doesn't mean that danger, I just changed the. See, maybe it's going to be difficult. It's just that it's a process. Now, from the general ledger, where do we go? Trial balance, and from the trial balance? Financial? Statements. Are you okay? Yeah. But don't worry, because the reason why I'm not continuing with this one is because I'm going to talk about items up to what? General ledger. Because now we deal with what? The bank reconciliation. It means I'm going to reconcile my subsidiary together with what? General ledger, and not forgetting what?
Transaction.
The reconciliation. So at the end of the day, you will see the process will be from the subsidiary journals to general ledger. We still have to open bank account. We still have to open what? But only the cash books. Give me 2 cash books that you remember. C.
CP.
Remember this?
Yes.
Stands for?
Receipts.
And the other one is?
CVP.
Stands for?
Cash payment.
Remember, we forget, we understand that. Okay, so we're just recapping. So you will see our focus will only be on these 2 together with? But that general ledger is going to be only this account, which you like. Bank account. So the bank reconciliation, guys, is very easy to understand as long as you get the basics. So we're still going to deal with these 2 together with what? Bank account. And I'll show you how to determine what? The bank reconciliation items at the end of the day. So in a nutshell, this is where we are up to here. But I'm going to focus on subsidiary, general ledger, and do what? Reconciliation. But it's a new thing, as I said, guys. I just want to give you that idea. Don't be confused. Just for interest's sake, what is bank account? How can you classify a bank account?
Like debit and credit.
Current assets increase under which side? Debit. Okay, so it means we still have to know the basics. So I'm just going to explain the bank reconciliation process. Any questions so far, guys? And can you please switch off your laptop now? Okay, just because there are no answers there now. Can I continue?
Sure.
Yes. Please, any questions so far? So that we can understand. Now, I think some of you, maybe during the holidays, you have been trying to establish your own. Be honest. Okay, that's true. Okay, when you start a business, and normally when you start a business, remember they ask you for the business plan. But in that plan, it means you've got all the plans about the contemplated what business. So you have got the business, but normally they say you need to have a bank account. Okay? You need to have what? A bank account. So normally we have what you call financial institution. Obviously you cannot open bank account ex-investors. You know? You need to go to what? Give me an example. Give me your own financial institution that you like. FNB. How can you help me? you said F&B, guys. Don't feel bad. You can think about your own bank. You like keep it like I can put it here. So it's still a bank at the end of the day. But the fact is, we need to understand. Okay? But now, we have been talking about the bank account in our business. I think we understand by now. Remember when I gave you the process? Sorry? I said we have what you call the general ledger account. Remember?
Yeah.
And then if I draw this, you're not surprised for now. A bank account looks like this. A T account, okay? It looks like a T junction, okay? And then this side is always? And this side is always? I want us to understand this. So if I receive money, where will I record that amount of money? On the debit side. Remember, because it increased on the? Let's say I received how much? 1,000.
So wouldn't it be plus amount?
Yeah, remember here we don't show plus only in the account equation.
Alright.
But still, this represents what? Plus.
Plus.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if I pay 500, it means I need to decrease this account under which side? Which is how much? 500. This is what we've been practicing all along. From our first accounting A, the accounting A, we've been dealing with what? These processes. But remember, if you have got a business, you must also open what? A bank account. But the bank will always give you something like this. And I call this
Bank statement.
bank statement. I think you all know the bank statement. I think next time you must bring your bank statement. And I will bring my bank statements. I'm joking, but I'm just saying. So, but we need to understand the difference between the two. What you do under your business is going to be the opposite of what you do on your bank. So here I received 1,000. This 1,000 rand must be deposited into the bank. So it means it must be reflected on what? On the bank statement. But it must be the opposite there. So the bank will show what? A credit here on the bank statement. But I show on the? Who can show me why does the bank show a credit, not a debit like what I've shown there? Just think about it. Okay, let me ask you a question again. How did you classify a bank? You said bank is our? It's our current asset. Let me just say asset or an asset. You know what I mean? Yes, like if you're from America, you know. So make sure that yes, we understand it. But how can you classify this in the bank's books? Is it their asset? Is this their asset?
No.
Is there liabilities? So in the bank's book, liabilities will increase under which side? Remember, a bank is a business on its own. So if they can put debit, it means it is their money. They need to show that they owe someone. They owe you. That's why they show what? Please understand the difference. The reason why we need to understand is because when we reconcile, we need to make sure that we understand the basics. Okay? So, think about this 500. It means I paid. As you can see, the arrow is going down. So it means money went. So it means how will they show it on the bank statement? Of how much? That's why we talk about the debit orders. Have you ever heard about the debit orders?
No.
Have you ever heard about the credit order?
No.
In our dreams, okay? Because when they debit, money went out. That's why I also show here. But unfortunately, this is the opposite of what we have here. So I want you to understand this first before I continue. Because if you don't understand your bank statement, I would like to be what? Your friend. Because you will like debits and I'll keep taking your money. Eh? Yes. So this means money went out. And when I show it in my books, I must show on that. But here is debit. Check that. I'm telling you, I want you to understand. I foresee distinctions here. Definitely. I feel it. I'm ready for the test. In advance. Yes. Okay. So, for now, guys, I want you to understand this. If you understand, I understand. I'm telling you. Any question, guys?